Welcome to this short webinar. You are here because you have a foodstuff business or you plan to start a foodstuff business. Whichever one you are, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from anywhere you're watching. My name is Uduak Odumide. I'm the founder, UD Foods. And I put this course together because a lot of people reach out to me in the DM, Uduak, how do I structure my business for growth? I am the only person. Oh, I have a 9 to 5. My foodstuff business is not growing. How were you able to handle yours? Remember, I started UD Foods as a side business alongside my very demanding 9 to 5 job. And over I think about 3 years later, I resigned to fully focus on this business. So you're not hearing theory. Everything you're going to be hearing from me today is pure practical. And I promise you that before the end of this course, you're going to get clarity on either how to start your foodstuff business or how to structure it for growth. Now, let's quickly get into the short, sweet class. So I've titled this class The Structure Every Foodstuff Vendor Needs to Grow Their Foodstuff Business. Okay, I want to ask a question. Are you busy in your foodstuff business but not really growing? We are busy, we are doing so many things. You wake up early, you hustle hard, but at the end of the month, the money is gone. You can't even account for where the money went to. You wonder, where did it even go to? If this is you, it is not your fault. The missing ingredient is structure. Recently, someone saw me, the person sent me a message. Oh, Duak, I see that you're not around. I went to your store. Business was running as usual, as if you were there. And I said, well, I've been able to put in structure over the years. And how did I learn about structures? Just the same way you are listening to me, it's the same way I've learned how to build structure by going for training, reading up, paying for courses, just to make sure that, oh, I can build a foodstuff business that can run with or without me, whether I'm there or I am not there. So if this is your fault, if this is you, it is not your fault. The missing ingredient there is structure. Now let's look at another. Hustle versus business. Some people say, I don't like the word hustle. Okay, you are busy, but you're not seeing money. Busy versus business. Now let's look at foodstuff hustle. You are the engine. When you stop, it stops. So people say, oh, it is just me. But you cannot remain you alone for the business to grow. Right? I remember years ago while I started UD Foods, along the line I started forgetting. I started from my house. I started right from my home. Right from my own. I can't forget 30 Lawan Street, Surulere, Lagos. I started from my home. I would line the crayfish, line the palm oil, right? And it got to a point because I had a 9 to 5, I was always forgetting some orders. Then one day I was talking to a pastor friend, and the friend said, it's very beautiful how this scriptures, sorry, I'm a person of faith, relates to our everyday challenges. And he said, do you remember that scripture that says, with one, you will chase 1,000, two will chase 2,000? He said, Odwak, you need two. If you need to see the bigger picture of the business, you would need two, right? So he said, look for someone that you can pay at this level. There's definitely someone, the assurance with which he told me was so convincing. He said, there are people you can pay at this level. Don't go for someone too big. There are people you can pay, And I remember taking that advice. I got home that day. I saw my landlord's son, and I said, do you have a friend that is looking for a job? Oh, they are head girl. I said, for her to be a head girl, it means she's brilliant. So I invite her in. I brought her in to the house. I interviewed her. I said, oh, this is what I need you to do. Again, it comes from a place of you also knowing what you want. Don't just go and get anybody because, oh, you want to pay at that certain level. I knew what I wanted. You can see that immediately he told me that, oh, she used to be the head girl in my set. I said, all of us went to school. So for someone to be a head girl, the person has an element of knowledge, a percentage of knowledge that can do something very good. So I just put her through. I said, oh, this is what I do. When take this phone, when you see this, I wrote everything down step by step. We are going to get to that place. So whatever you're doing now, the reason why I was able to write step by step for her was because I was doing it. So wherever you are, only you write the step. You bring in crayfish, what is the step that crayfish should go through before you start selling it? So I said a food hustle business runs on instinct and energy. I feel like, I think it is. No, what should be done immediately. No system, no process. You don't have a system. Oh, it is only me. And so it was only me. If I didn't have a little bit, not as if I had so much, but if I didn't have a little bit of system and process, I would not be able to train the girl I brought in. So the girl too will just come and see crayfish everywhere, but more she will just be confused. She will do rubbish. But I had a system already running. Don't forget I was the only person, right? I'll tell her, okay, when the order comes, follow this. Once you see a customer, say hello in the DM. I had a template. Oh, good morning, ma. My name is this. Get the data. I had that process, so I transferred it to her. It was easy. She wrote it out. And I made sure that each time I was telling her what to do, she had a pen and a biro, a paper to write down everything. And of course, because she was using phone, I had all those things saved on WhatsApp and Instagram. So I said that the foodstuff business survives but never scales. There is no growth. In and out, you are doing the same thing. I remember when I started my food selling palm oil, the first 4 gallon, I increased it to 6, I increased it to 8, I increased it to 10. You can see that the business was growing. I was increasing the quantity. That means I was selling and I was seeing the profit and I was reinvesting it back. Exhausting with no clear rewards. You work and work, you are selling, you are buying, but you look at it, there's really nothing that I can talk about concerning this business. I cannot even say this is what I use the money for, this is what I've done. But a pure foodstuff business has a system that outlasts your energy. You are there, you are not there, it is moving. It is moving. It runs on structure and process. Everybody knows what to do. I am seated here now. It is past 8. God, guess what? The team at UD Foods are working. There's a department we call Niger Food Street in UD Foods. We fry and we do fries every evening. The team knows that once it's 4 o'clock, they start prepping yam, prepping beans, they start washing, blending. By 6 to 6, they are outside. It runs on structure and process. Nobody's calling anybody to come and be. No, it runs on structure and process. It can grow even on your bad days. You will agree with me that there are some days you don't want to show up. There are some days you don't want to go anywhere. There are some days, maybe family responsibilities, you need to rush but the business is growing. Remember that story I shared with you just some minutes ago? The lady called. She said, oh, Udwak, I'm at your store. I know you are not around. You traveled. Oh, it amazes me how things keep going even when you are not there. That's a business that is running on system and processes. Grows even on bad days when you are not there. Imagine they call, you need to get to the hospital. The doctor said, you need to hospital. Will you shut down? No. The business is moving. It scales, saves, and invests profit. You are growing. You are able to tell yourself that for every sale I make, this batch of palm oil, I'm going to save 20% of my profit, 10% of my profit, 15% of my profit. Like in UD Foods, we have an automated process. Every morning, that money leaves into different accounts. We have our tax account, our salary account, our savings account. The money automatically. It builds to last beyond you. Recently, we opened in Abuja. Abuja is running without me. Lagos is running without me. So that is a foodstuff business. You can see the difference. The difference is the structure. Okay? Okay. Now let's go to the next slide. I want to share with us 4 pillars of structure in this short course. A business that is built to last will stand on 4 pillars. 1, stock structure. Know what you have and what you need. Know what you have. If you look at your foodstuff business, now can you readily say, I have 20 kegs of 5-liter palm oil, 10 kegs of 3-liter. If you look, do you have a system? Do you have an inventory system? Do you have a software that you can even let's say, I'm just starting. Do you have a Google Sheet? Not a paper, I'm not talking about a paper, that you can see your records. You see, oh, this is what I have. Some of us, I was sharing something with us, I think at the beginning of this year when we resumed and we are taking stock and we saw stickers that will last us for the year. Is what we had in stock, and we didn't know, and we were busy ordering. Immediately, I knew I had to set up structure in the procurement of stickers. We didn't have it running. So this one will just come and say, there's no sticker for palm oil. They'll quickly fill the form and send it to the procurement team. The procurement team will call the supplier. But now there's a process. You can see. So I'm not telling you this thing from a place of perfection. No, I've also learned over time running the business how to correct things. So some of us have stock lying up. So recently, someone was sharing with me that she was not seeing money. So by the time we looked at her stock, the money that was in her stock was a lot, and she was shouting no money, and she was not marketing to reduce that stock and give her cash. So stock structure is very important. Know what you have. In terms of product, in terms of packaging materials, raw materials, know what you have. Financial structure, separate money and know your numbers. Separate the money. Separate it. It's not, there was a day I posted something, I said, it's weekend again. On Friday now, you've carried stockfish from your shop. Maybe you have a shop. You've carried stockfish if you're in the house and you've used it to go. Did you raise an invoice? Did you make payment for it? Your sister came. She was good. You now quickly went and took crayfish. Did you pay for that crayfish? Or just felt, oh, it's my family, now it's my sister. That's your money, business sales. At the end of the month, you say, I've not seen the money. Separate money and know your numbers. Know it. If you don't know it, your team members or maybe even you, if you're alone, you'll be confused. Know your stock. Again, let me even come back to number one. Know for each a bag of crayfish. Let me say you're selling a bag of crayfish. Know how many paint or kg comes in a bag. For me, I like knowing the two. I like knowing the kg and I want to know the number of paint. Just for clarity's sake. There was a time they called me from the office. A bag of crayfish. We finished cleaning and we had 15 paints. I said, it's not possible. I said, it's not possible. I said, before I get to the office, I want to see the correct stock. By the time I got there, new team members were just employed to clean, I told them, bring out the debts. I said, it must equal this. They brought it out. They were shocked. They had taken some. So imagine I didn't know my numbers. Imagine I did not know the number of paints I'm supposed to get from a bag of crayfish. So I just had to go and I needed to share that experience. Customer structure, number 3. Build a system around your buyers. I see people, when they come to buy from us, we have a template where we get the customer's data. And they're like, what should do? Why do you need my data? No. Customer structure is important. If Instagram or WhatsApp shut down, how do you reach your customers? How? It's important to have a customer structure. Build a system around your buyers. Get their numbers. When do you send them offers? When do you send them messages? There's a man that is always sending me messages. So each time I need his, I always remember when I send him, I needed to order. Build a system around you. Get their number, get their email so you can send them messages, remind them of your offers. If you need to greet them, if you need to send them birthday messages, you do that. Another structure that matters is the operation structure. Run the business so it doesn't run you. Put everything in place. What does it take to buy from a supplier? When a supplier supplies things that are not good, what do you do? There was a time in Beauty Foods when the supplier, when we order for things, the supplier will supply us. By the time it's there, it's either it's not complete and we'll just wait with us. He said, no, we can't be doing that. I'll use an example for one of the fresh seafood that we usually buy. That day we skilled it was not complete. I packed everything. I told the team, I said, pack everything, return it back to her. I said, we are returning it back to you. It's not complete. From that day till today, when she sent our order, it's complete. Gere. Another lady tried something. She ordered for a supplier. She ordered and she sent us what was not. Even though we had nothing to sell, we returned it. we returned it immediately. So they knew that before you send anything to UD Foods, make sure everything is complete the way it should. If not, she will return it to. That's operation structure. Closing time, opening, resumption time. What time are the team meant to resume? Are they entitled to breaks? All these things are the structure you put in place from the day it is only you that started the business. Very, very important. Put all those things in check. All of them should be in check. Okay, so let's do daily stock. Know what you have, know what you need. Okay, sorry, let me go back there again. Daily stock check every morning before selling. Know what you have, what is low, what needs to be reordered. For us, we use a very beautiful software that it even indicates for us that this thing is running out of stock. So for you, you can check whichever inventory or Excel sheet, whatever works for you. Prevent over and under buying. So we have a process in UD Foods. Before you order anything, we've seen the procurement, we've seen it, we've seen how much is in stock. We know the quantity, we know what to reorder, right? No, a simple tracking system. Like I said, use a notebook. For me, this notebook, I just put it, but stay off notebook. Use Google Sheets so that you can view your records from anywhere. Okay, so please do that. And also, I've talked about separating your numbers, separate your money today, open a dedicated account for your business, separate it. I was having a one-on-one with someone and she said, oh, Uduak, this is the amount I want to start the business, so I'm going to be paying my supplier from this account. I said, no. How much do you want to start the business with? She said, I think it was 400 or 500. Then I said, okay, let's open an account. We moved the money from the account her husband gave her and we put it into the account. So all the stock she was buying was coming from that account and she could see clearly the records. Right? Don't mix your business and personal funds together. Record every sale and expense daily. A simple daily record. Consistency is better than me being complex. Know your cost price. What is your cost price? How much did you buy this thing? Don't forget that your cost price contains a lot. Your cost of production, your cost of raw material, logistics, data. Know your selling price, your profit margin. Must be able to answer those questions, right? Good. Okay, so your business should pay you, not the other way around. Your business should be able to pay you. So someone said, look, I'm just starting, whatever it is, pay yourself. I remember I started, I think, with 20K. I paid because through the trainings, I also wanted to implement. So if you're learning, don't say it's free. Pay yourself. Tell yourself, oh, this is how much I'm going to be paying myself. When you look back, you will smile. Okay? All right, so let's look at another one. Build a system around your buyers. Like I said, keep a customer record. Know your regulars by name. Know what they buy, how often, in what quantity. No. It's not that every day there's something we do. When you come maybe on Instagram or WhatsApp, we have a data already of old customers. So when you come, we just copy your address, say, oh, please, ma, kindly confirm your address. Customers are always happy. So you still have my details. Oh, yes, ma, we have. The tiny things makes them so happy. Build a buyers community. Use WhatsApp or Telegram to post stock, price, and deals. Orders without one by one calling. Post offers. Some people say, oh, when I'm posting, when they think I'm selling, I'm being too salesy. When they say, this one is every. No, it's your business. You are the one that has the vision for the business. Post as many as possible. Keep posting. Keep posting. We post regularly. We post because someone will just wake up and say, look, I didn't know you have this deal. Meanwhile, this deal has been posted every day since last week. So, no, I'm just seeing it. Turn your buyers into loyal fans, loyal customer. To shop around, they buy from you and they refer others. And there's this principle always here in business, which is really, really true. It is easier to retain customers than getting new ones. It is very, 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 very true. Okay. Okay, I think we've talked about this. Okay, we talked about keeping your customer record, building a buyer community. Now let's look at run your business so it doesn't run. Create daily, weekly, monthly routines. Create it. Let it be a part of your business. Do a review at the end of the day. What did I sell? Like when I was in my 9 to 5, at the end of the day or the next, I will check how many per month did we sell, how many crayfish did we sell. As you do it daily, it becomes a part of you. It becomes a part of you. Don't leave it till the end of the month, 2 months, 3 months. No, no, don't do that. Just tell yourself consistently. So that is why it's good to have a system that runs on its own. So if you have maybe somebody just bought something, just quickly log it into your Google Sheet, or if you have an inventory, they quickly log it in. You can see that it's there and it's there forever. Manage your supply chain, have reliable suppliers and backup options. Always have a backup options. Always have a backup option. Negotiate prices. I never knew I could negotiate. Never. But learning business, doing business, I learned the art of negotiation. If you tell me a bag of beans is 50, I will start. Why can't you sell it for 38,000? You see that? Say, hey, but you know, so I'm going to buy almost 10 bags. So you have to give me that discount. You see, you should learn the power of negotiation. Never be caught off guard by shortages. Stock shortages. Okay, always know your stock. Have a software that reminds you. Know when to get help. You cannot do everything forever and still grow. Plan when to delegate and bring in support. You know, I mentioned it earlier. It gets to a point that you see that, oh, it's overwhelming. It is only me doing this thing. Get somebody. I don't have, I'm not a believer of, oh, there are no good people there. No, there must be somebody, even if you have 1,000 bad people, there's one person, two people good that God will send my way. So always see the positive. It's not even we in UD Foods, we have people, they still as much as pap, fish, but they are always the good ones. So always see the positive side. Because again, you cannot grow this vision by yourself. Imagine me sitting down, creating content, cleaning crayfish, cleaning beans, peeling yam for how do I want to? The business cannot grow. It cannot grow. Imagine me attending to all the customers. It can't, so because I don't have time to do something else that will make the business grow. So you need to get somebody. Okay, so it could even be your nanny. It could be, you can teach. My first nanny that I had then when I started with the food, she was even the one that taught me how to taste good palm oil. I showed her how I wanted us to do the crayfish. She would do it. You can even be your nanny. It can be your sister. Okay, just start and grow with that. Okay, so let's quickly recap these 4 pillars. When in place, it makes a foodstuff business built to last. Stock structure, know what you have and what you need. The financial structure, separate your money, know your numbers. You heard that story that I told her. In short, I think she sent me a message last week and said, oh, that advice. Now I think she wants to run a tax audit, so she's able to see. Say, Imaya, can you imagine if I was doing it from my personal account? To be so stressful, she won't even have all, because then she would have mixed up money from home keeping the one day. No. Okay, separate your money and know your numbers. Customers, build a system around your buyers. Operation structure, create routines that run your business. Are you getting it? Hope you're learning and you're implementing something. Okay, so quick wins. Do this week. You don't need to fix everything overnight. I always tell people the day where your day break, now be your own. Don't kill yourself over it. You've seen where you are missing it right now. Take something. And so this week, this is what I want to solve. Write down your product prices. List every product you sell. Write the cost price and selling price for each. The single exercise will show you exactly where you are making money and where you are not. Some of us, we put in energy in a product. You don't even know that the profit from that product is small. But the one you are neglecting, maybe it could be egusi. Egusi is the one giving you big money. And you think it's palm oil. That's because you're not keeping record. By the time you start keeping record, you see this. Open a separate business account if you don't. Now it's so easy. You have the likes of Money Point, you have you have different simple apps that you can quickly log in, apply, go to the bank, open a bank account, separate it, register your business, do it well. If you can't have from a limited, start from a business, start from an enterprise, register your business. In short, even you, when you're sending a customer and you send the business name. Person, oh, this person is a serious business person. Don't take those little things as signing. If you send me a business and personal account, I say, this person is still using it, you look as if you're not sure. But when you send your business account, it shows the seriousness in you. Start your customer list. That is the greatest asset you have as a foodstuff business owner. Your customers list is the greatest assets you have. Write down the names of your 10 most regular customers. What do they buy? How often? Start there. The list will become one of the most valuable things in your business. Start with these three and you'll be already ahead of 80% of foodstuff businesses in your area. I'm sure you learned something, and I know you will quickly implement one thing. It could be your customers list. It could be that from now you want to start keeping your customers list. It could be that now, tomorrow morning, you wake up, you get into the bank. Oh, I want to open a business account. Or maybe you need to call a lawyer, someone that register. Oh, please, I want to get my business registered. Because in long run, these things put you on your toes. Even you will feel good and you will be happy. Okay, so I'm sure you have learned something. I want to officially invite you for the Foodstuff Business Conference. If you're a foodstuff business owner, intending foodstuff business owners, you don't want to miss this year's Foodstuff Business Conference. Last year was amazing. Testimonials from left, right, center, everywhere till today. This year, the theme for this year is Built to Last. It's free and it's virtual. We are going to be talking about building, putting structure in your business. We're going to be teaching how to keep your records. We are going to be teaching how to do storytelling to create sales. We are going to be teaching how you can start a foodstuff business from the scratch and build it into a global brand. We have almost 12 amazing speakers. You don't want to miss. It's free and it's virtual. You can join from anywhere. Okay, so please click the link and join the Telegram group where all informations will be shared. Again, you don't want to miss the CS Foodstuff Business Conference. Share it with a friend, a fellow foodstuff vendor, someone you know that has interest in starting a foodstuff business. I cannot wait to see you at the Foodstuff Business Conference. Don't forget again, my name is Uduak Odumide. You can follow me on my page, UD Foods or Foodstuff Business Academy. Go deeper, come learn from experts, connect with other foodstuff vendors, walk away with a full growth plan. If you have been one of those that say, oh, I don't have money to pay for mentorship, I don't have money to pay for courses, this is a free 3 days. 1, 2, 3 is enough for you to start something or to structure your foodstuff business this year. So again, see you May 14th to the 16th. Don't miss it for anything. See you at the foodstuff. Again, the team is Built to Last. If you want a foodstuff business you want to build it to last, that they'll be thinking about you over the years, then don't miss that conference. All right, so take care and implement. Don't forget, you can send me a DM, Foodstuff Creators Academy. If you have more questions, you need clarity, send me a DM and I'll be willing to answer you. Thank you.